on point. You having compass trouble again, Wolf? Out on flank. Good Lord, man. Get a move on, boy.
Think of these new vests. Man, they're hot and they're heavy.
Yeah, but they could save your life.
Not if I die from heat stroke first. Come on.
He's over here! Bruce, you good, man? You good?
Yeah. This new armor saved my life. I'm good, man. I'm good.
What's going on, guys? Brent31. Got my good buddy Bruce at Camp Armament. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So we got a special video for you guys today. A lot of you probably aren't aware of the fact that in the Vietnam War, there was actually a flak vest that incorporated small arms protection that protected you from actual rounds from rifles. Most people think Vietnam War, hey, if they even wore a flak vest to begin with, those flak vests only protected against, fragmentations from explosions, grenades, rockets, propelled grenades, stuff like that. It didn't protect against small arms. And generally that's true. The vast majority of flak vests that were worn during the Vietnam War were your M1952As and 3/4 collar vests, predominantly worn by the Army, and the M1955 vests worn by the Marine Corps only provided you that minimal protection against fragmentation, which was better than nothing. Definitely saved lives. But there was a vest, guys, and this is going to blow some of your minds, that actually offered small arms protection for individual infantrymen on the ground. And you're going to look at these vests and you're going to be like, holy crap, that looks like something that is, fairly recent, when in fact these were actually used and tested during the Vietnam War. Very small numbers, very limited, and the troops didn't like them because of the weight. We're going to get into all that, but let's jump in and take a look at them. All right, guys, so let's get an up-close look at these variable body armor systems. So over here, this is a brand new variable body armor system. As you can see, it still has the little instruction manual book in here. I'll just flip through this so you guys can see. It's kind of cool, but it just starts off, talking about night armor and stuff like that. But I mean, you guys got to think this is pretty revolutionary stuff. If you take yourself back to the 60s, during the Vietnam War, where they did not have a flak system that provided ballistic protection. So then, you know, it even shows like this guy got hit right here and he's taking out that ceramic ballistic protection plate. So, and then this is just a record of, is that record of hit? Yeah, so I guess if you get hit, you would fill out this card and turn it in. But pretty cool. I'm glad I was able to pick up one that still had its book intact. So, and then on the back here, you can actually see it says dated 22 August 1963. All right, so the variable body armor itself. This has a lot of features on it, guys, that I'm telling you, you look at this and you're like, man, that is a modern day feature. So these things are very revolutionary. It's almost a shame that they didn't work out. And it pretty much boils down to weight. It was just too damn heavy. And that is the only reason why guys didn't like them. Particularly in Vietnam, it was already hard enough to, you know, have guys wear flak vests to begin with because of the heat. You know, we're talking about the ones that don't have any, you know, ballistic plates in them. We're talking about ones that just offered protection from fragmentation. And even those, a lot of guys didn't wear them just because of the, you know, certain climate and conditions in Vietnam. But going here at the top, you can see it's got a lot of revolutionary things that are on modern day body armor, like quick detach. So literally you just pull this and look, it detaches, you can slide right out of this vest. Go down here to the bottom, how it attach. So you got a button with Velcro. So obviously that goes around your waist. And what does that look like to you guys? I know what it looks like to me because I freaking wore, you know, body armor in the Marine Corps. This looks like modern day vests. I mean, it looks like the hated MTV modular tactical vest that the Marine Corps introduced in the mid to later part of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. But this would just go right over your head. And like I said, it has a quick detach on the shoulder, as well as this all attached via Velcro. I mean, around the waist. That's exactly how most modern day armor, you know, for the most part, attaches. So let's go back inside here. Here's an up close look at the tag. So you can see on this one, it says size large, long. So that's interesting because it's not, you know, small, medium, large, you know, flak vest. They actually had, you know, a length measurement as well. So, you know, small, long, small, short, small, regular. So, you know, a bigger guy like me would wear a large, long, variable body armor vest to accommodate, you know, my height and whatnot. But then you can see on this vest, it's dated 1969. So 1969 is when this came into service. So the actual plates themselves are contained inside a pocket on both the front and on the rear. So as you can see, you got this Velcro pocket, and inside there, what do we got? What does that look like to you guys? That looks like a modern day sappy plate to me. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Contract date, 1969. Look at this. This armor may save your life. So as you guys can see, these, well, I'm gonna let Bruce talk about the actual armor protection itself, but as you can see, it's got these ceramic ballistic plates that can be inserted into the vest. And that was on the front and on the back, and it folds right over with Velcro. Just like a modern day vest, guys. That's what keeps blowing my mind. Here's the back side, same deal. You got a pocket on the front and back. And there you go. Here's the back plate. Kept inside the pocket. Now I'm going to turn it over to Bruce so he's going to actually talk about the level of ballistic protection that these particular vests could offer you.
All right, guys, let's look at these plates a little bit further. So you have a front and a back plate, and these are not interchangeable. They each have their own shape and their own features. So for the front plate, you can see it's completely encased in a heavy-duty nylon material. You've got these two shoulder straps here which fold up behind. We'll talk about what these are used for in a minute. And then you've got a smooth inner portion of the plate that's clearly designed to conform to your body. It both curves horizontally and vertically. The rear plate is very similar, but you can see it's cut different. It has a belt on the back, and this ends up being a waist strap when you wear these plates as standalone plates. And the inside looks very similar to the front plate, where you've got these straps that with 1-inch webbing that end up just hooking to your web gear or to one another. And let's talk about that, because I wanted to read this panel to you, because there's some really neat information here. It says it'll protect vital areas against 30 cal ball small arms fire. So that's what these plates will do, which is very similar to the plates that we have today. You can wear this several ways. One, you can put it inside the pockets of the variable body armor vest, which we already know has its own fragmentation protection, standalone, sort of like the old flak vest of the era had. But also you can wear it front plate only by slipping the webbing strap ends through and over the web keepers on top of the padded portion of the load carrying suspender, and then through the reverse side of the middle slot in the non-slip buckle, reverse direction of the buckle, and past the remaining slot. So basically you can set this up on your web harness so that it will retain the arm up front, but is also quick release. You can run the front and back plate. Same thing. You can put the back plate on your web harness, run it through your web harness, and wear it that way. Or you can wear it as a standalone, where these straps just hook to one another. You run the waist belt around, and you'd picture that sort of like today you would have a very lightweight, low profile plate carrier only with nothing else. It would serve the same purpose. I thought that was interesting, that they were giving you a lot of different options here, which plays back into that term variable. You can wear this a lot of different ways. We should also probably point out that primarily these were intended to be worn by support troops, whether they be artillery units or truck convoys, people that weren't out in the jungle humping it in the bush every day, although it was tested in that capacity on a very small scale. Obviously, because of the weight, this entire package being just over 20 pounds is a lot of weight to give in a hot, humid area where you are trying to cut your way through the jungle. Let's look at this other plate we've got here. This is another back plate, but what's cool about it is that the nylon protective sheath has been pulled off. We can see that was at one time glued on, but now we can see the details of this inner ceramic, and this plate's obviously been broken and it's kind of shattered, and you can see, if you can get the camera in nice and close, you can see it's a metallic looking material, which obviously has a ceramic base. I just think this is really cool. It's probably not any other time that any of you have had the opportunity to look at one of these plates at this kind of detail to see what the inside casting of the plate looks like. But I found that very interesting. It's cool that this one's in this condition and we're able to go ahead and look at it this way.
Well, that's it, guys. That completes this video over the variable body armor that was used on a very limited scale in the Vietnam War. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know I had a blast filming this, doing the intro, and then diving down into this stuff. If you guys are interested in more videos about the Vietnam War, we've got a whole bunch of them that we've already done. You can find them on my channel as well as Bruce's channel in the Vietnam playlist that we've put together. And there will definitely be more stuff to come. Bruce, you got anything to throw out, man?
Well, I'd just like to say, as Brent mentioned in the intro, that I was blown away by the fact that this technology existed 60 years ago, and we didn't really see it reappear until probably the Interceptor vest. The technology being the capability of having both soft armor and hard plates that would protect against rifle rounds within the same package. And also those plates being removable to be worn as standalone. That technology was way ahead of its time, because it wasn't until fairly recently that became a reality for our troops out in the field with our special teams that we see in Afghanistan and Iraq today. So I had no idea that this existed that long ago, and we can see certainly where it laid the groundwork for the modern body armor that our infantry units use today.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, anyway, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to leave a comment.
You look like you need more sweat.
Give it to me, Doc. Give it to me. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, not in the eyes. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh, 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 God. There's so much.